Hi guys. Well, you know what time of the week it is again. Yeah, it's Monday morning here. Another beautiful start to the week. Heat wave coming. Funny thing that I was speaking to my sister on the phone over the weekend. In the UK, when they have a heat wave, it's kind of like, oh, there's a heat wave coming. It's in the news, like 25 degrees coming or 30 degrees, whatever. And like here, when there's a heat wave coming, we kind of like, oh no, not another one. And then like in the UK, their heat wave like just ends with a thunderstorm. It all turns to crap, and hours after several days just goes back to the normal gorgeous weather. Yeah, just not. It's just hot rather than stupidly hot. So there you go. Anyway, that's enough of an intro, I think. So there was at the car boot yesterday, and it was a gorgeous morning. And I saw 10 computers this time. Or sort of computers, some laptops as well, but I don't generally bother with those. 4 I wasn't really interested in. 2 were just a motherboard in a case. One of them was a nice ROG Strix, but it had quite a lot of bent pins in the processor socket, and I tried offering €5 and €5 for the other one, an AM2, and he wasn't having any of it. So if they're still there next week, I'll go back and offer him €10 for the 2 again. Yeah. One was a Dell, which I wasn't particularly bothered about, Optiplex, and the other one, I think it was an Acer. So I didn't bother with them either. But I bought 6 items on Sunday. Spent a total of €80 this time, so a decent spend again. Yeah. So let's have a look to see what I got, and I think you'll find this quite interesting. Right. Okay. Let's have a look at the first one. So here's the first of them, and the most expensive as well. Bit of a chunky thing, this bit of an ugly Zalman case. I think it's quite an ugly thing myself, but yeah, you can see it. Get it that way. There you go. You can see it. So we had this. This is from the same guy that I got the machine, the 4th generation. i5 with the GTX 720 in, yeah, a couple of weeks ago. This is an older machine than that one was. He wanted €40, and I said no, I'm only going to give you 30 because there's no memory and there's no hard drives. Yeah, and to be quite honest, I can tell it's an older machine. I didn't really recognise this motherboard. I'm thinking now it's probably an Intel motherboard. It has a number DH67M01. Yeah, if you can get this camera away, you can actually see in there very well. Let's have a look at that, make you all feel seasick. No, I can't. You can't easily see the number, but anyway, that's what it is. Yeah, you can just in front of this kind of like QR code here. Yeah, DH67M01, and I think that's like a 867 chipset Intel. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be 2nd generation I something or other, but it could be a Celeron, I don't know. The GPU, I think, if this is a 2nd generation I something, it's probably like a Radeon HD 6800 or something like that of that era. Power supply is quite nice. 1200 watt modular PSU. Yeah. I'm not sure how many cables we've got. We've certainly got the main power cable. We've got some more in here. So we have quite a nice 1.2 kilowatt modular power supply. So I gave him €30. That's like £25 English. About 35 or so dollars, I guess. I hope I haven't made a mistake with this. I guess it depends on what's in it. A couple of nice Zalman chassis fans. And the case is okay once it's clean, but it's a bit of in my opinion, I don't like it. What do you guys reckon? Power supply could be quite nice though. So I think with this one, because there's no power plugged into the board, I think I'll actually take this one apart and we'll have a look to see. Yeah, we'll test the bits and see what we've got. Okay, other thing I'll say, this, it's a bit strange to have a machine with that sort of GPU of that age, that sort of processor, but it's an Intel motherboard. You know, you'd think it'd be something like a Gigabyte or an Asus or something, yeah. But that's machine number 1. So let's get on to the next of this parade, yeah, of things I got yesterday. So this is number 2, Gigabyte powered Manhattan series. Doesn't say much on it, nothing much to go at, no GPU. This is not a complete machine actually either. Let's go over to the desktop overhead camera and I'll show you. Okay, so basically this computer and the next 4 items, so there was 5 items in total, and I got these as a job lot for €50, yeah. So this is a computer. I couldn't get the thing open easily because there's a tab on the back that's bent, but I could see in through the top. I could see a motherboard and I can see a CPU fan, but no CPU, yeah. So let's have a look what's in this. It's a socket 1155, I can see that, but see there's just the motherboard as far as I can see inside here, and the power supply. Alright, so let's see what it says. Okay, so we're in there. A lot of fur, fluff. Huge amounts of fluff, yeah. I mean, really huge amounts of fluff, yeah. God, it's everywhere. So yeah. CPU socket looks okay. I'll get this thing out before it starts rattling around and bends it. Gigabyte GAH61. Is that a Gen 2 or Gen 3? Socket 1155, something like that. Hopefully motherboard's good with a bit of luck. If it's got UEFI BIOS, which I'm sure it would have, I actually need a board like that to test GPUs, because my old test rig doesn't have UEFI and it might not be compatible. So anyway, that's the second one. Yeah, just a DVD writer and the motherboard and a 500-watt power supply. €10. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, on to the unusual stuff now. Yeah. Okay, so just to show how open-minded I am when I go to this car boot sale, these are some of the more unusual items I've bought there. Yeah, I've got 3 of these. Yeah, you can see this thing. Yeah, it's obviously some sort of point of sale machine. Yeah, with an AOC monitor and mascarillas protection, €8. Medical appointment phone. Yeah, obviously have a medical centre or something like that. These things have. Okay, so there's 3 of them, and they're all the same as this. This one says on it in the corner Windows 8. Yeah, Windows 8. This one's got a scratch screen. I think you just see it there. There's a scratch on the screen here, quite bad, but the other ones don't. So let's have a look what we got here, shall we? So obviously there's an AOC monitor onto this, bolted on the stand, and oh, you can see on the overhead camera what's in it. Yeah, this one I actually managed to get the fan off while I was at the car boot. Yeah, to have a look to see what it actually was, and I think if we can just get it back off again, we can have a look. Yeah, does it turn that way to come off? I think they do, you know. There we go. Let's see if we can get this off here. Might need to use a screwdriver on this one. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Coming. So this one has an i5-3330. Yeah. Don't just zoom down, you'll see it. Yeah, there you go. So i5-3330 in this one. Little ITX, I guess, motherboard. One PCIe slot. I'll zoom it out just a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, little ITX motherboard, 2 DIMM slots, one PCIe 16-way. Motherboard there, Gigabyte, and I can see sort of down here like a standard backing plate, yeah, so you can put this into a normal case. So each of these cost me €10. I don't know what your thoughts are on this one. Is there a profit in it? We'll see. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, and the second and third ones are very similar units, but to each other, but a different model from that one I just showed you. So these have a good screen, really nice, clean screen on that one. ViewSonic, the other one was a different make. This one has 2 sticks of RAM, a different processor. I don't know what this is, but it only has a PCI slot. It doesn't have any PCIe on this, just a PCI slot. A little power supply in there again. Backing plate on it was the same. There's no information on this to say what this actually is. I do have the panels that fit onto the back of these, yeah. So there's this one. I guess is there a profit in this? It'll probably depend on what's underneath there. So it doesn't. It's not giving me much of a clue. Let's have a look, see if we can find any numbers on here that might give us some idea. Okay, so we have a CPU, sorry, a motherboard, GA-C847N. So from that we should be able to at least find out what socket this is, yeah? Okay, let's go on the internet and have a look. Oh, is it pretty well you can see me again? Yeah, there you are. But yeah, there you go. So, GA847N. What do you think it is? What do you think, eh? What's your guess? GA847N. Who's shouting at the screen? Yeah. So, GA, is it dash, I think? Was it just GA? Yeah, dash C 847N. What is that? Drivers, manual. How about CPU? Yeah, that'll do. What is it? What we got? Celeron. Mini ITX. That one. Yeah, that's the motherboard. It's a Celeron 807, and honest guys, I don't actually know what that is. I don't actually know what that is. PC specs. Onboard GPU. I honestly, guys, I don't know what this is. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Oh, 2012. So it's not like a socket 775. No, that's a mystery to me. I'm sure we'll find out what that is. Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure it out. It's not. Is this an AMD? No, it's a Celeron. It's an Intel. Don't know. Mystery, guys. Let's go back and have a look at the other one. Okay, so here's the third one. Again, this is identical to the one I just showed you. Yeah, screen's in really nice condition on this one again. ViewSonic. Obviously, again, some sort of point of sale computer. Yeah, like off a till or something. This one, I'll just go over to the desktop and you'll see it. Yeah, there you go. So it's another one of these, yeah. Another of these GAC847N. Again, only has a PCIe slot. Sorry, a PCI slot. So you think from just having PCI it would be quite old, but I don't know. €10. Is there a profit in it? We'll find out. Okay, and I did mention to you there was another. So I bought 5 items off this guy. That's the tower you just saw with just the motherboard in, basically. 3 of these and 1 more. He started off, by the way, he wanted €100 for all 5, yeah, and then he went to 70, and I said I'll give you 50, that's 10 each, and then he said 60, and I said no, 50 is the maximum, no more, and he said take them. So that's how I got these for €50. That's €10 each. Maybe some of you shouting at the screen like, Richard, go put it back where you found it, or what were you up to, or you're going to be in profit off this one. Okay, let's have a look at the last item and then you can make your mind up. Yeah, let me show you the last item. Okay, so here's the last one. This is some sort of all-in-one computer. I don't think it's off a point of sale. The screen's actually in nice nick. It's just that's a lot of reflections you were seeing. Yeah, screen's in nice condition. Hyundai X is the brand. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I do know from looking at the back of it, it says Windows XP on the license, so I'm guessing this is quite old. Socket 775, I don't know. Anyway, once again, €10 for this. So that's the 5 items we have. Yeah. So I guess we're gonna have to have a look at some of these, aren't we, and see what have I got? Did I get a bargain? Was it a waste of money? Will I just get the money back? Let's see. So let's have a look first at that gaming machine and see what condition that's in. Yeah. So here we have it. I say, like, power connectors are not connected on this. Some of them. I'm going to take this apart and actually test the components separately. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do with this. I'm pretty sure I could get the plastics off this case. It'd probably clean up all right. Can we get this out of here? Can we? Oh yeah, this one's easy. I can actually get to the tab. So what is this thing anyway? What is this thing? Radeon HD 5870, 1GB. So my guess of being a 6800 wasn't a million miles off with that, was it? 5870. So I was kind of somewhat down the right track with that one. This Intel motherboard, which seems rather strange thing to find in what is essentially a gaming PC from yesteryear. Yeah, it seems a little bit odd. Makes you wonder if this actually originally started life in here. Yeah, or was something else maybe in here and it failed and then they stuck this one in because it was just a cheap replacement. I don't know. Let's get it out of it. I think it's had a bit of a checkered life, this. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. A bit of a checkered life. Okay, so she's out. Is it? Well, it was almost out. Get the chassis fan off there. There we go. Okay, so I've got the motherboard out of that one. Got the graphics card out. Let's get this this modular 1200 watts power supply out of this. This might be the nicest thing in here, to be quite honest. It was one of them things that kind of persuaded me to give him €30. Also, as I say, I got this from the same guy. It was a couple of weeks ago. I bought a very nice 4th generation i5 something or other, which has the GTX 970 in. The motherboard actually flashed the BIOS on my EEPROM program, got it working, and the GPU was working anyway. This is from the same guy, yeah. So I find sometimes it's worth buying stuff off these people, even if you're not 100% sure you actually want it, just to kind of like get well in with them. Because I'm already saying, look, I'm a good customer, good customer. Yeah, that's why I dropped from 40 to 30. And if I do that, then I think probably gives me, a good chance to get a good price out of him again. Yeah. Okay, all the cables are tied up behind the back plate. Just give me a minute. I'll just get the power supply out of this. Okay, I've got it apart. This side panel, it's got a fan in here that kind of like blows out through this vent here. That was a bit of fun. But it seems like this is like an air intake. Yeah, looks like it's off a Ferrari or something. This thing. I still think it's ugly. That case. Yeah, this is the power supply, which I think might be one of the nicer things out of this. It's 1200 watt. I think they call this kind of like semi-modular because basically like you're 24 way and there's a 4-way and an 8-way for the motherboard. They're kind of like fixed. I have these cables with it, but these are the 6 or 8-way that we've gone to a GPU. And then these I've got like 1, 2, I've got like 6 SATA and a couple of Molex. So that's probably enough for most uses actually, even though the other cables are missing. I think that's probably enough, so we'll try that. We'll give that a go, see if that actually does anything. I get got a nice collection of these now, SATA cables and all sorts of colours. Yeah. So the GPU we know, HD 5870, which I think is worth about 20 quid, as a guess. And the Intel motherboard with our mystery CPU, but no RAM. Yeah. We've got to give this a try, haven't we? We've got to try the power supply just to see briefly if it actually powers up. Yeah. Okay, so I've just plugged the analyzer into this. I'm not going to put it on the light bulb because I know this will have active PFC and they don't tend to like it. I think we can say for sure this has been plugged in before. Yeah, I've got a 3 amp fuse in the mains plug, so if everything suddenly goes black, you'll know why. Yeah, and it's powered up. Yeah, it's bleeping because I haven't got the 4-way or 6-way connector on here. All voltages are good on that one, can you? Yeah. Looks nice and stable. That looks like I've got, obviously wants a load test, but that looks like, you know, a good 95% chance I've got a good 1200 watt PSU out of this. That's got to be worth a few quid, surely. Yeah. It's got to be a few euros worth there. Well, while we're at it, let's use it to power up our motherboard. Yeah. See, all the voltages looked okay. I'll just check for shorts on the 12 because that was unplugged when I got hold of this. Yeah, and I'll also just check the focus as well a little bit. Okay, I'll just check for shorts on the 12 volts, seeing as it was already disconnected for some reason. Yeah, let's have a quick look at what we've got. Resistance mode, that would be useful. So obviously 2 pins are connected to ground anyway. No, that's okay. And these would be the ground pins. Yeah, I think we can happily connect the 4-way on there, and I think that's enough to a speaker. And let's see if we get any bleeps out of it. Yeah. Okay, I just had to have a look on the internet to see where the power button connects because it's an odd layout. There's no speaker connector, but it does have an onboard speaker. But I just noticed down this corner there seems to be quite a bit of corrosion on this. I think we better have a look at that before I actually try to power this up. Yeah, it's down here. This looks a bit messy, and around this crystal here as well, and just generally in this area seems a bit messy to me. I think with this thing, the best thing to do with this is before we even try it is just stick this in the sink. I think this is the audio chip, this one, or maybe that one's one of these will be the audio chip. Let's have a quick look under the microscope as well, just to be sure about that. That looks a bit untidy to me. It looks like it needs some at least a good wash. Yeah, let's get the microscope. Okay, I think you can see now. So I'm not going to power this up. Yeah, this is going to go in the sink first, and then let's see what condition it's in. Yeah, so just show you. I mean, this is obviously very messy around here. Obviously been some liquid in here at some point or other. What's that thing there? So that seems to have a crack in it. This little coil here, almost like it's got a crack in it, or a chunk missing off it. And this one here as well. Yeah. So this is going to go in the sink. Yeah. There's no point actually trying to power this up at the moment. Let's have a look what CPU we've got, because the CPU's got to come off anyway, and the heatsink gate in the sink. So let's have a look. Okay, so the time for the big reveal. I think there is a CPU under there. I didn't actually look on this one. I've been caught out with that before, by the way. That there's no CPU under the fan. Yeah, wouldn't be the first time. This came out of a Dell. While I was looking up the to see what the pin out was for the connected to the front panel, I found out this is off a Dell motherboard. So I'm pretty sure this didn't start off live in this case. And there's no CPU. So there you go, guys. That's the second time I've been caught out with that one. No CPU under the fan, yeah. When they're screwed on like this, it's very difficult to tell, yeah. So it's looking rather less likely I'm actually going to make any profit out of this one, okay. Only the second time I've been caught out with that particular one. Okay, let's get the but the same guy won't catch me out again, by the way. He won't catch me out again. The same guy. Let's go put this in the sink first, and let's see if it will work. I'm wondering now, you know, if somebody's took everything out of this case and put this back in with the fan deliberately, yeah, to see, so they know it doesn't work, yeah. Okay, I'll go clean it and then look at one of the other items. Okay, so while that motherboard's drying out, let's have a look at this one. This is the gigabyte powered. It was a Core i5 at some point, but I knew when I bought this was just the motherboard, yeah. And the power supply in the case, basically €10. So part of that job lot. So we can have a look. So let's see if we can get any joy out of this motherboard, yeah. First of all, let's have a look at the CPU socket. It looked okay as far as I could tell. I didn't have a very close look at it, but we can zoom down on that, yeah. Let's have a look to see what it's like. Okay, so this socket looks pretty much okay. Might be a little bit of a dust. I'll just blow it out. Basically, bit of blow, yeah. Yeah, that's looking okay. We can just check this one for shorts on the MOSFETs on the 12 volt. If there's no shorts, let's find the processor for this one and see if we have a bit more luck with this one, yeah. I mean, the other motherboard might be okay. I've given it a good clean now. Yeah, there's the ground side. Yeah, that's open circuit, that's fine. Okay, so let's find a suitable processor so we can test this one, yeah. This is a H61M DS2. Okay, give me a minute. I'm sure this is second generation, I think, or third. Okay, I'll have a look. Okay, yeah, this is second and third generation Core I, but it'll take this processor. This is a Pentium Gold G840, Pentium G840. That's compatible with this, so we'll put that in there. We'll start off with no RAM, I think, as the usual process. Just take a bit of the worst of the dust off this one. Yeah, it's not too bad. Nothing corroded looking on this one, at least. Let's give our new power supply run again as well, this 1200 watt PSU, yeah. Let's just give this another quick test on here. So that other machine, I mean, okay, that's second time in about 3.5 years I've been going there. I've been caught out by that. Not by the same guy the first time, by the way, but, you know, I won't get caught by him again. It'll probably remind me again to look at me. It's a long time ago since it's happened before. But, you know, that's like, you've got to take it on the chin sometimes, yeah. If it happens, it happens, and you take it on the chin and you get on with it, yeah. Out of the €30, I'm sure this power supply is worth, you know, a good part of that, because it's going to be really useful, I think. I've got the motherboard might work anyway, yeah. So it was, and the GPU, that Radeon 5870, whatever it was. I had a quick look on eBay. They've been selling for about £20, so that's almost €25. So yeah, not a total loss. I don't know if the GPU actually works. You know, the power supply appears to work. At least we have that, yeah. Right, and the case, of course, the Zalman case. Although I'm not overly keen on that myself personally. Right, so let's try this one. So we want an on-off switch, obviously. And that, yeah, this is a standard layout connector that goes on there. The speaker, it goes on here. No, let's take the RAM out. Let's take the RAM out. Processor, just find a cooling fan. Sit that on there. Let's see if we have a bit more luck with this one, yeah. Where's the processor fan? Yeah, it's around here on this one. Okay. That's it, we're ready to go. So let me just see what it does. Yeah, let me see what happens. Power's on. Power supply's on. It starts, and it's bleeping to say there's no RAM. Okay, it's bleeping to say there's no RAM. So let's stick our 2 sticks of RAM in here. There's just a couple of 1 gig strips I have. Yeah, stick them in there. Let's connect a monitor to the onboard. Yeah, 1 monitor in there. Okay, yeah. Power on. Let's give it a go. No, still bleeping as if like to say there's no RAM. Just try with a single strip. Yeah. Not much the same. Try a single strip in the other slot. Ah, okay. 1 bleep. And yeah, we have. Yeah, on the screen you see it. Okay. So that one's booted up with 1 strip. Let's just try the other RAM. I just put this camera. It's better. Okay, so that's booting up with 1 strip. Yeah. Does it boot up with the same 1 strip in the other slot? Let's have a look. See. Yeah, try the other slot. I think it does. Yeah, 1 bleep. Picture, no bootable device. This has a slightly noisy fan, by the way. This 1200 watt. I can hear it, but it's not bad. Unless it's just the fan's a little bit loud in it. Okay, so we know both slots are working. Let's try this RAM again in here. Yeah, I think it's going to boot. 1 bleep. Yeah, no bootable device found. Okay, so that's a good one. This could be just what I wanted. You know, I was saying, maybe it'd be mentioned, I wanted a motherboard with the UEFI BIOS I could use to test GPUs in. If they're not, I may have an issue where the new ones are not compatible with the old BIOS on my socket 775. So this could come in useful for that, or even the Intel board that I'm just trying out. Okay, so that was €10. I think we may as well call that a profit. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, okay, I've had a look at eBay, so profit, yeah, profit. We can put that towards our €80 of total, yeah. It's parts only, yeah. So these are about £30. Well, in fact, look, 58 sold last one, so 30 quid. Yeah, that's like about €34, €33, something like that. So that's some profit. We can add that to our 1200 watt PSU. Yeah, let's keep a bit of a running total off this one. Okay, actually, while we're at it, this seems like a perfect opportunity to test the 5870, at least to see if it boots up. Yeah, if not necessarily a thorough test, but we can have a look to see if it actually comes on. Yeah, if it comes on, it's probably okay. So let's whack that in there. Again, this is off the new power supply, the 1200 watts. So it comes with 2 6-way or 2 8-way, which is going to be quite handy this for testing GPUs, I think. Okay, so there we are, all connected up. I probably should check these for shorts actually, because I really don't know. I don't know the condition of this at all. Let's have a quick look. Go to a ground point. Yeah, so this end's ground, so that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, this should be ground. No, it's not. They're okay. I suppose we ought to as well just check the the 12 volts on the ATX as well. Oh, sorry, on the PCIe. Need to give that a quick check. Just push this clip down if I get the GPU out of this board. Difficult as ever, yeah. That's out. Okay. Let's just have a look to see what's going on the 12 volt and 3.3 down here. So find the ground at the back. Yeah. So 12 volt is the first three fingers, yeah, and they're okay. One. Oh, put the wait, you see. One moment to have a call coming in. Okay, customer at the door there. Okay. Anyway, yeah, where was I? So I just said the first three on here are the 12 volt, yeah? There's no shorts there. And the fourth one in on here is the 3.3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one should be ground. Yeah. So that's okay. So there's no shorts on 3.3 or 12. So I think we can stick this in this motherboard and let's see what it does. Okay, the big moment then, yeah. On our power supply again, we need to put the two connectors up in either 6 ways, which we have. There's one of them. Okay, and here's the other one of them. Okay, so that's the power supplies in there. Monitor's connected. Let's just switch her on and see if she starts up, eh? Where's my switch? Here, there's a switch. Power. It runs. Fans running on the GPU. Ah, and one bleep. We're just not recognising the GPU. That'd be the onboard. So it's like that guy did quite a good number on me with no CPU on the board, and it looks like there's something wrong with this GPU. Just try HDMI as well, just out of interest. And let's see, the HDMI in there. Again, power's on. It's in the slots, ready to go. Switch the power on. Let's have a look. This motherboard has onboard video, so I think that's why it's still bleeping. Yeah, because it's the onboard video. Sure, if I stick the VGA in on the onboard, it'll be there, yeah. Yeah. Yes, the onboard video is still working, so it's obviously not detecting this GPU. So yeah, this one did a good number on me, but it's the way, as I say, you have to just take it on the chin, yeah. We've got a 1200 watt power supply, and the motherboard might be good once after ride this all out. Okay, let's have a look at the other things we bought. Okay, so this is the first of our little ITX motherboards. This is the i5 something or other. I don't even remember what it was now exactly. i5 3 something. i5 3330, yeah. i5 3330. Just find a little bit of heatsink compound for this. Know that as well, while I'm at it. i5 3330, yeah, a little bit of a splodge on there. I'll do just to test it with, okay. Just rest that on top. Yeah, let's just try fire it up and see if it actually runs. So I've got my our usual test PSU here now. So let's plug that in. The one we normally use. Okay, we have power on. Let's see. Power's up. Load of LEDs have lit up. I checked for shorts, by the way, on the 12. I have a signal. Do I have a picture? That's a good question. The little blue light's lit up on the monitor. I noticed, by the way, that those monitors, the one that's scratched only has VGA input, but the others have VGA and DVI. Nothing on the screen. So the fan's running, a load of lights are lit up down here, I'm not quite sure what they mean. Let's find the VGA connector, because that's what was connected originally when it was in the unit, yeah, put that on there. Okay, let's see if it wants to do anything now. So power's on, started, 4 LEDs lit up, whatever they mean. green, green, orange, red. And does it give a signal? Oh yeah, I get a signal, so the blue light comes on the monitor. Oh, and I have a picture. I have a picture on this one. Yeah, this is working. Let me just switch it off again, you'll see it. Yeah, it's going to ask me maybe just say for boot device, yeah. Probably. It's just flashing a little flashing cursor there now. Switched off. Switch it back on, yeah. Power up, and I've got a very nice BIOS screen came up on this one, yeah. Give it a couple of seconds. Yeah, blue lights on the monitor. See, there you go. So that appears to be working, yeah. That appears to be a good one. Is a profit. Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks like we have some profit in this one. So this is the processor, yeah. 20, say £15. Let's say £15. I mean, they seem to vary a bit in price, yeah. The average looks more like 20 on the average one, yeah, with free postage. Okay, let's put that on our list of things, yeah. So that's the i5 3330 is about £20. Stick that on it there. I don't know about this 1200 watt module PSU. Is £20 a good guess for a used one? I really don't know on that. The motherboard. Let's look at ITX motherboard. GA H61N. Let's see if that's going to be worth a few quid as well, yeah. So GA-H61N- USB 3. USB 3. Is that little ITX board? Oh, there's one there. That's unused. Parts only. Let's see if we see any sold ones. That might help. Sold. Search. Okay, pre-owned. Well, that's amazing. Anywhere from £22 to £70, and there's one for 45. Yeah, there's one for 35. Let's say this is probably more the average. Yeah, mine's got the backing plate as well. Yeah. That was 35. Shall we call it 30? You know, it's that's somewhere in the average of what that's probably worth. Yeah. So that's the GA. What was it now again? H61N. Yeah. 61 and dash USB. Let's call that one £30. Okay. Let's have a look to see what the other motherboards are. Yeah. It came out the other two of these little units. So this is a strange thing. It has HDMI output, VGA output, some sort of red thing that I'm not quite sure what it is, yeah. But it only has a PCI slot and not PCIe. There's some weird processor that I don't really know what it is. Exactly, so I've got dust up my nose. I'm sorry, there's so much dust off this stuff. So let's have a look. So again, just check for any shorts on the 12 volts, and then if they're okay, we'll power it up. I mean, one side is ground anyway, and the other side should be high, quite high. Yeah, high. Okay, that looks like a good one. Let's see what this one does. 2 sticks of RAM in this one. DDR3 2 gigabytes. There's 4 gig in total on this. Yeah. Is that an IDE? It is an IDE. There's some SATAs. It's obviously quite old, this. But I don't think it's a socket 775. It seems to be something strange. Well, let's have a look in a minute. So yeah, let's connect the power in switches on there. Let's see, fans on there already. Where's the front panel for this one? Hard to say. There's a COM port. Front audio. F panel. Well, can't see anywhere for the speaker to go, but I think I can see somewhere for the switch to go. Yeah, I'm just working on the fact it's probably the normal layout, so let's stick it on there. That's the 2 2 pins next to the gap, yeah, so that was a missing pin there. Normally that's power on. Okay, everything ready to go, yeah, I think so. Power on. Power supply is on. She's spinning. Nothing happens at the moment. Let's put the PCI analyzer card in this one, since it's got a PCI slot. Yeah, let's make use of that. One moment. Okay, so yeah, put the analyzer card in it. Power it back on again. Let's see what it does now. Did something. 15. Just give the number 15, yeah. Take the RAM out of it. That's stiff. Just up my nose again. So much dust in this stuff. Just try it without the RAM. 4F15, 5353. Then it goes off. Put the RAM back in. Oh, so I switched the power supply off. That was just a bit of residual power in the capacitors. Yeah. Set these back in. Okay. Power. Analyzer. 1.5. And that's all that does. Yeah. 1.5. Whatever this code actually means. Okay. Let's try the other one. There was nothing on the monitor. We have 2 of these, so let's try the other one. Does it do exactly the same? If it does, then I'd be surprised if we'd have 2 of the same fault on. So that would suggest that something else is that's causing it to do that. Oh dear. Sorry guys, dust everywhere. Front panel. Ah, it's everywhere. Ah, everywhere. This probably wants a clean. Right. Okay. Put the monitor on. Power up. Yeah, power's on. Okay. Switch. This one, by the way, I forgot to check for shorts. Let's just check this for shorts. Should have done that before. It didn't start. Nothing happened when I press the power. It doesn't do anything here. There's no shorts on the 12 volt. This is very dirty around the Super I/O chip. Yeah, this is a very good candidate to end up in the sink. I think, to be honest, there seems to be quite a bit of corrosion around here. I just brush the worst of it off. But I think this is very likely to end up in the sink. Let's just check the CMOS as well. Let's just see if any charge in the CMOS. No, nothing. Well, let's change that as well. I have a CMOS battery. 1 moment or 3. Okay, I've put a new battery in that one. Let's just quick look. Yeah, looking much better. So again, 12 volts, main power, 2 DIMMs in there, split a fingernail now. Everything's going wrong today. Everything's happening. Okay, power on. Does she want to start? No. So this one doesn't appear to do anything. Yeah. Definitely nothing happening with that one. Power off. PCI analyzer. Power's on. But yeah, there's nothing. Like there's no power on this board. Yeah. Effectively, it's like something just isn't even powering up. It's it's not coming out of standby. Okay, so that's something we can look at to repair. The other one is the same. We can look at to repair. So we've got two of those, the same board, that seem to have different faults. So that's one thing we can look at. We've got the HD 5870, was it? That I think we can look at to see if we can repair. Let's have a quick glance just to see what processing under these. I'm quite interested. Something's getting warm on this, by the way. Something's getting hot here. Regulator. Down near the Super IO and near the near the PCH, there's a regulator getting hot, so that's probably got a tough PCH on that one. It's a gas. What processors are in these? I'm assuming that's how the heatsink comes off with these two screws underneath it. Yeah, it's loose. Oh! It's on the board like a... I bet somebody else knew what this is. It's like a mobile CPU or something. Yeah, that's what that is. It's like a laptop CPU. It's looking like probably I shouldn't have bought these, you know, but you try. We've got to get our €80 back if we can, yeah. If not, we just chalk it down to experience, yeah. So that's something else to look at. So all that's left now then, guys, is that all-in-one. Let's have a look to see what that is. Okay, so here's the all-in-one, the last thing to look at. It needs a 19 volt power supply. It hasn't got one with it, but I've just plugged like a universal power supply and laptop power supply that has sufficient current rating for this. Yeah. So let's give that a whirl. I'll just plug it into the power, and then let's see if this wants to do anything. Okay, so power's on. Press the button. Ah, yeah. That works. That's working. The hard drive in it. Saying the CMOS is bad. Let me just get a keyboard. Okay, so I've just plugged a keyboard in and pressed F1 to resume it. Windows 10. It says it's a dual core processor. But I'm not sure exactly. It was like a T something or other, it said. Maybe with an SSD this thing might actually work to a reasonable extent. Now let's go to Windows and see if we can actually see the spec of the machine. But yes, this one apparently is working. Okay, so it's booted to Windows. Mario. It's got a hard drive in, obviously, with somebody's life on it. Don't we find this regularly? Is that where you are, by the way? I know what you guys in different parts of the world. Do you regularly find computers, which I find, with like people's life on them, basically? Okay, so it's running. Had Steam on it. Not running dead fast. I was maybe with an SSD this might actually make a usable little computer for some way to do some web browsing and whatever. This equipment, this PC has to equip like Spanish for like this PC, yeah. Properties. Let's have a look what it is. Okay, I tried going to the properties, but it didn't tell me what I wanted to know, so I've just installed Speccy on the machine. So it's an Intel Pentium T4200 at 2 GHz, 4 gig of DDR2, Windows 10, a 300 gig, probably 320, SATA physical hard drive by the looks of it, and a DVD RAM. I think if I could put a little SSD into here, it'll probably be alright, you know, and I'm sure somebody could actually then find some use for it, yeah. Okay, so that's everything we have out of this batch. Not the best I ever bought, I have to say, but it's what we have, yeah. So yeah, what do you guys think? I'm guessing this must be worth something. There's like all-in-one, yeah. Let's see if I can just zoom the camera down a bit. There we go. Nope, wrong camera, 1 second. Okay, so let's have a look at the running tally. I mean, this is what we've got out of it so far. The 1200 watt power supply modular or semi-modular. £20. What you guys think? How much would it cost to buy? Motherboard 30 quid working, processor 20 quid working, and I've put that on twice, so we need to get rid of that. Yeah. Oh no, I haven't. Sorry, it was the other little motherboard. Yeah. Where are you? It was that one. Yeah. It was about £30. We just had a look. Yeah. So that's also £30. My mistake. I just put the number, maybe put the wrong one. Okay, so £30. So that, I'm guessing 36 is like, it's like £100, yeah, for what I've got working so far, without taking into consideration this this all-in-one, yeah, which must have some value to it. £100 is about €116. I paid in total of 80. So even with the disasters we've had come along with this one, we're still in profit, yeah. When we add on, I mean, they're all in one. If I put an SSD in that, I think it would run quite nicely, and it's probably going to be worth 50, 60 euros. You think? What do you think somebody would pay for that? Add that to the 116 we've got already. You're probably up to about 166 or something. Less the cost of the SSD is 20, so about 140, yeah. And then those point of sales, if I can't repair these motherboards, two of the monitors are in very nice condition. They've got VGA and HDMI, but I've got no base stands for them. But maybe I can get something for them. So we want to stick them on the wall. I might get £10 or £20 each. Yeah, maybe. Okay, guys. So yeah, not the best we ever did, but I'd be very interested to hear your comments. Yeah. So yeah, keep on car booting and sometimes just take it on the chin. Yeah. And that's the way life is. See you soon, guys. Now, ciao for now.